I'm Dave, and this is Austin's Kamado Joe Masterclass.
In this video, I'm going to show you which kitchen knives you need for barbecue. You might have a drawer full of dull, mismatched knives that you've collected over the years. Maybe a heavy cleaver you bought on a whim, a Japanese knife with steel so brittle that the edge is chipped. Or how about that bread knife that has never actually sliced a loaf of bread? The truth is, you probably don't need most of the knives you own. In fact, you only need 5 knives to handle anything from a 20-pound packer brisket to mincing herbs. I'm going to show you which knives you need and what they are for. It's all about having the right tool for the job. Let's get into it. Number 1, the boning knife. First up is the go-to for preparing meat, the boning knife. Specifically a 5.5 to 6 inch curved semi-flexible one. This is the primary knife for trimming meat. When you're trimming silver skin off a tenderloin, you want to just get under that thin piece of silver and let the knife do the work. The flex in the blade helps you navigate the curves of the meat, getting into every tight space without sacrificing the meat underneath. It's perfect for removing the tough membrane from the back of a rack of ribs and for removing the intertwined fat from a pork shoulder. It's also the knife to use for detailed trimming of a brisket. In fact, many pitmasters use only a boning knife to trim brisket. This knife is light and easy to control. For serious prep work, which is where great barbecue begins, the flexible boning knife is the first knife in the block. Number 2. The 10-inch butcher's breaking knife. Next in the lineup is the 10-inch butcher's knife, also known as a breaking knife. If the boning knife is your scalpel for details, the butcher's knife is your powerhouse for portioning. This is the knife you grab when you need to cut large primal cuts. It's useful for quickly dividing a pork shoulder, separating a rack of ribs, and cubing beef chuck. When I'm trimming a brisket, I prefer to use this knife for the initial heavy trimming, then switch to a boning knife for the detailed trimming. The long sweeping curve of the butcher's knife blade allows you to make powerful single-stroke cuts through thick muscle and fat without sawing. This makes it more efficient than a straight chef's knife for this kind of work. Number 3, the 8-inch chef's knife. Next, the workhorse in pretty much any kitchen, the 8-inch chef's knife. This is the knife you'll grab for almost every task that isn't heavy-duty butchery or final slicing. Think about all the other stuff that goes into a barbecue feast. The classic shape with its broad blade and curved belly is made for that rocking motion on a cutting board, which makes short work of chopping vegetables and herbs. Maybe you need to break down a whole chicken. While the boning knife handles the joints, the chef's knife is the one that cuts through the breastbone. It's certainly not the best knife for trimming because it's too wide, or for slicing a roast because it's too short, but it does everything else in between fairly well. When you purchase one, look for a full tang where the steel runs all the way through the handle. This helps give the knife balance, which translates to greater control and stability. Number 4, the 4-inch paring knife. The fourth knife in my block is the 4-inch paring knife. This knife is for precision work. While the boning knife handles the big trimming jobs and the chef's knife does the chopping, the paring knife is for the detailed work. This knife gives you excellent control for small jobs like coring jalapeno peppers and deveining shrimp. It's also great for peeling garlic, trimming green beans, and separating broccoli florets. Number 5, the 12-inch slicing knife. And now for the final knife. The knife you bring out when the hours of smoking are done, the bark is perfect, and everyone is watching. This is the 12-inch slicing knife, also known as a brisket knife. After you've spent all day tending a fire and resting a brisket to juicy perfection, you want to be able to cut long, clean slices. This knife has one job, and it does it perfectly: to glide through huge cuts of meat and create clean, uniform slices. The blade itself is thin and often has granite edges, those little dimples on the side. They create air pockets between the blade and the meat, which reduces friction and prevents the slices from sticking to the knife. This is how you get those paper-thin, melt-in-your-mouth slices. You should never put your good kitchen knives in the dishwasher. Why? Well, the blades can actually rust, and worse, the handles can actually melt. Ask me how I know. So there you have it. The 6-inch boning knife for trimming, the 10-inch butcher's knife for breaking down primal cuts, the 8-inch chef's knife for all-around chopping, the 4-inch paring knife for the details, and the 12-inch slicer for creating beautiful slices. With just these 5 knives, you have everything you need to handle any barbecue preparation or slicing task. There are links to all of these knives in the description below. If you have a favorite knife for barbecue that I didn't cover, drop me a comment. If this video helped you simplify your barbecue kit, let me know. And check out my Kamado Joe 101 playlist, where you will find all kinds of great videos, all related to the Kamado Joe. I'll see you next time on Austin's Kamado Joe Masterclass.